On January 3rd, 2026, a community of 14 years vanished in an instant. No warning, no chance to say goodbye, just a white screen with black text on it talking about a website shutdown, which left me wondering, what even happened to my Neopets goat game? This isn't just internet drama. I personally don't care about Twitter fights or influencer beef. I literally just wanted to play my cute little goat game. But what happened to Goatlings.com is a case study of burnout, money, power, and what happens when someone doesn't know how to lead a project properly. Today we are walking through it as clearly as I could, since the information on the situation is scattered across multiple websites, and like any niche drama, is kind of hard to break down into. You guys know I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but anyways, here's how 14 of history was destroyed in about the span of 3 months. Now, this is obvious, but please do not contact the people involved in the situation in any way, shape, or form. That's a stupid and kind of creepy thing to do. I just want to talk about a situation that happened in a niche corner of the internet that I just happened to be a part of. Now, for context, Goatlings launched in 2012. Think of it as a classic Neopets, but softer, more pastel. It was a browser-based virtual pet site where you adopted cute little goats, customized them, and battled them. It had a very specific, cozy vibe that attracted a lot of LGBTQ+ youth, and specifically Tumblr users. This is important to know since these kind of communities have different interests and concerns than, for example, the average Neopets user. Let this settle the tone for everything that happens next. The site ran on Diamond Dust, their virtual currency. For reference, roughly 100 Diamond Dust or DD equal to $1. Users, myself included, paid real money for cosmetics and perks. The founder, Chris, known as Chris Goat on the site, was the face of it. She presented herself as a solo dev working tirelessly to keep the lights on their indie little website on. She claimed the site earned about $2,000 to $3,000 per month. Not a fortune, but enough to keep it going. Everyone thought the money was being invested directly into covering the server costs and making more content for the website. But it's never that simple now, is it? The whole downfall started with something rather small, almost negligible. On October 1st, 2025, Chris posted a teaser for the Monster Masquerade event. It featured a corn maze. Users immediately noticed the provided art was suspiciously familiar to a stock photo of a cornfield, and when called out, the post suddenly vanished, followed by another post where Chris apologizes, citing exhaustion, stress, and mental illness as the reason of the rush of the art at the event. But this was just the spark. People started asking, if the site is making thousands of dollars a month, and you're too exhausted to draw a background, why aren't you hiring help? Where is the money going? And that's where the trust began to chip away. When the community was busy farming sugar stars, training their goats, and buying diamond dust, the people running the game were barely surviving. Between October 4th and October 10th, ex-staff members finally broke their silence, posting on their forums their experiences. And here's what they had to say about working at Goatlings. Of course, this information is all alleged. Artists were earning $2 to $3 per item drawn. That rate had not changed since 2016. Moderators were making $5 to $20 a month for managing an entire community. Some of the artists hired started as young as 17 or 18, working under intense crunch deadlines for pennies, or sometimes they were even paid in diamond dust. One programmer, Roop, revealed that payments were delayed and pleas for better tools were ignored because of budget constraints. The staff stayed because they loved the community, but they were clearly being exploited. People displeased with Chris's handling of things started digging, and they found out where the money might have been going. It turns out Chris allegedly had a secret not-safe-for-work VTuber's persona called TicTacVT. Now, what she does in her free time is her business, but VTuber models cost money. The specific Light 2D riggings she was using cost hundreds, sometimes surrounding thousands. So let's look at the situation. On one hand, I can't pay my artist more than $3 an item because the site is broke, and on the other hand, dropping over $800 in a personal VTuber assets. For many users, this crossed the line. People were like, we were donating to keep the game alive, not to fund your secret side hustle. Sure, people can do whatever they want with their income, but a lot of the site users felt very betrayed after this information came to light, and were unsure where their money was really going into. Then another layer dropped. And this is where it stops being about money and more about moral compasses. Rumors surfaced that Chris's partner, known as Sexkill, had a tattoo of an Othala rune. To most people, this is just a random tattoo, but this symbol had been associated with fans of a certain Austrian painter, and it rubbed the community the wrong way. Users found a tweet of him using problematic wording while refusing to draw trans or lesbian couples. Since Goatlings' user base was mostly LGBTQIA people, they felt quite attacked and unsafe after discovering this kind of person was so closely associated with the website's owner. Moderators reported that their concerns about their sort of bigotry went mostly ignored. The community demanded some answers, but instead, they got bans. The Discord was locked into read-only mode and the forums were completely silenced. Ay, por supuesto que este weón es argentino, el chiste se cuenta solo. By December, the site's user base was in freefall. Staff resigned en masse, and in a kind of desperate attempt to save face, Chris introduced a new admin team. Meet Blooper, Glooper, and Malooper. I wish I was making this shit up. What users quickly realized, based on the IP addresses and writing styles, that these weren't new people. It was most likely just Chris pretending to be 3 different people to make the site look functional so people who had no interest in the internal dramas of the site would keep spending money buying diamond dust. It was deceptive, it was desperate, and of course it didn't work. On December 17th, the site went into a long and unannounced maintenance mode. And on January 3rd, 2026, the final message appeared. After careful discussions and assessments, we must announce that Goatlings.com has finally officially closed as of January 3rd, 2026. Unfortunately, due to various reasons, we can no longer provide the experience, security, and care that our members deserve. We have had 14 wonderful years together, and Goatlings.com will forever live in our hearts. This community has truly been amazing, and we are eternally grateful for the love and support that has made the site grow into something we can all be proud of. We hope that the good memories and relationships we have made during this time will leave a lasting positive impact in your life. Thank you to everyone who made this site a special and welcoming place. The Goatlings staff. No last chance, no data export, just poof, gone. Users are currently scrambling for PayPal refunds, and some are succeeding because the digital goods they bought are now practically unusable. So if you spent money recently on Goatlings, the time to make the dispute is now. If you played Goatlings, or if you were part of the staff, I am so sorry. For a lot of people, this wasn't just a website, it was your comfort, your community, your space to chill, and some even your childhoods. Goatlings is a reminder that indie sites need more than just nostalgia to survive. They need proper management and at least a little bit of ethics once people's money gets in the picture. If you have memories of the sites or have a certain opinion about this topic, leave them in the comments. Also, if you're a person who has had an experience with the situation, I would love to hear your side of the story. I have left most of the sources I used to get this video together down in the description so you can build your own opinion. Thank you for listening, caring, and watching till the very end. Goodbye. Also, again, please don't contact the people involved in this. Don't be fucking stupid.